court. Let's go to the pitch. The Philippine Azkals prepare to defend home turf in round 2 of the World Cup and Asian Cup joint qualifiers. And the men's national team will kick things off when they face Vietnam tomorrow, November 16th, at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Joining us today for an all-out preview, live in the studio, is none other than a reliable football analyst, Jing Jamlang. Jing, it's been a while, so I have to go to you. Good evening, welcome back. I like your Kaya football shirt.
Thank you.
Representing Kaya FC, Iloilo. Okay, first of all, how are things, man? How are you?
First of all, really excited to be back here. A few things more exciting than being on Sports Desk and speaking with you, Andre. So a real pleasure to be here.
Of course, anytime. When it comes to football, you're the guy right here. Anything about football, Jing Jamlang is the go-to. Okay, talk about football once again. Last time I believe you were here was August during the World Cup of the Filipinas in New Zealand. But let's talk about the Azkals, the men's national football team. They're back in action. There are a lot of controversies about the lineup. We'll get to that in just a bit. But the ultimate goal here, of course, is to enter the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The Filipinas went to the World Cup. Now it's a men's turn. Let's take a look at this lineup right now. Going to be flashed on our screens. In 3, 2, 1, here it is. 26-man lineup for the 2026 World Cup 2027 AFC Asian Cup joint qualifiers against Vietnam on the 16th and against Indonesia on the 21st. Of course, team captain is, we had him on the show the other day, Neil Etheridge. Standouts like Carly Demurgas there, Simone Rota, Patrick Dato. Then you have the Ott brothers, Manny, Mike, Kevin Ingreso, not a stranger to international play, Kenshiro Daniels. Of course, we got Shraki also part of the lineup.
Yeah.
This is Bienve is also there.
Yeah.
I'm just naming some. Well, I mean, we have to name all the names, but just Patrick Reichel. These names that are no strangers to international play. Top of mind, your thoughts on this lineup when it was released?
Experienced. This team is very experienced, very seasoned, and ready to face the big test, which is Vietnam first and Indonesia a few days later. So Coach Weiss has his choices available to him, and a lot of choices. In fact, that's the reason why there's been a lot of talk about this lineup. The Philippines has a wealth of talent to choose from, which is a good problem to have. But Coach Weiss has made his choice. He's going to go for his trusted lieutenants and sergeants on the pitch, and we'll see how that pans out with these powerhouses that we're going to take on in a few days.
I like what you said. Experienced veterans, some seasoned players out there who won't fold, especially in big games, because they know they've been there, they've done that. Standout names for you, and of course, the notable emissions. I'm kind of expecting the name or names are going to be saying, of course, the shirt you're wearing, the Kaya, but I like it to come from your mouth. Go ahead.
Of course, there's 5 Kaya players on this squad, so I'm very proud about that. Although one is missing, Harvey Gayoso.
What?
That is a big name for me.
Yeah.
Especially since I've seen him up close and personal, playing in the Champions League, playing against the best players in Japan, in Korea. And he can definitely hold his own at that level. So I definitely feel like he would make an impact, particularly in this match against Vietnam and in Indonesia, where we might be forced to defend a little bit and would require his energy and his versatility.
His youth, yeah.
Right? But we do have a lot of notable players, as you mentioned, right? Kenshiro Daniels is going to play a big part. And we have the veterans out there, the Carly Demurgas, the Kevin Ingresos, the Ott brothers, who have seemingly been there forever, but they offer us plenty of quality and experience on the pitch and a very high-pressure situation.
I think defense is also going to be key here. With a lot of veteran defenders on this particular lineup. Okay, here it is. The Shraki question. I love Stefan Schrock. I'm like one of the biggest Shraki fans. I love the guy, honestly.
Yeah.
I've seen him play ever since his younger years when he first came here. I told Neil this. I still remember vividly when he removed his shirt at Rizal. They won. He was waving. He brought in the swag, the commitment, the passion for the game. He retired early this year, came back. Coach Weiss explained why. He can provide quality minutes. But a lot of fans were surprised because he's back, and as I said, Shraki. So here you go. I'm going to ask you this. What will Schrock be able to bring at this point in his career to this particular team, aside from leadership, as we know?
It's a 26-man squad, Andre. Only 17 will be able to play. 23 will make it to the match day squad. So it's a squad game. Whether or not Stefan Schrock makes it onto the pitch is a big question mark. But his impact in this training camp is going to be tremendous. He is a model professional, 37 years of age, and he will run 80 to 90% of the players in the Philippines into the ground. The guy takes no days off. It's no off season, on season. No, he is fit all year round. That's the type of player you want around in your camp. People need to see him and say, I would like to be as fit as him at 37 years of age, right? Simone Rota is the same. Bienvenido Marañón are the same. These guys are model professionals can play at a very high level, even in those late ages in their career. And whether or not they make it onto the pitch has no impact on their impact in the training camp, in the squad, every day, in the hotel. You know, you want to work extra because these guys are around. So that's what they're there for, in my opinion. You know, it's a big boost to the level of quality, the level of commitment that Coach Weiss is looking for.
I'll ask you this, put you on the hot seat. It's not one of the questions that we sent you. Because because there's a lot of talk, like, Shraki, Simone, this is an old lineup. Yep. But I ask you this, do they deserve, the Shraki, let's not single out Shraki, do they deserve to still be part of this team facing these two teams, Vietnam and Indonesia? Do they deserve to still be part of the Philippine Azkals, yes or no?
100%. 100%.
Okay.
Because the coach makes the decision on who
100%
feels.
yes, just to clarify.
100% yes.
Okay.
Because, first of all, I've seen a lot of things online about somebody like Simone Rota, for example, who I see day in, day out, one of the best trainers in the squad, if not the best trainer in the squad, hasn't missed a training session in 2 years. At 39 years of age, Andre, it's outstanding,
crazy.
Right? So people are quick to criticize because they look at a number and they think, he's way too old and there are other people. Of course, he is taking somebody else's spot. And that is the difficulty that Coach Weiss is under, right? Somebody else has to be replaced and somebody's not going to get a chance. But to say Simone Rota doesn't deserve to be here after everything he's overcome and the quality he's still able to bring, that would be blasphemous. That can go as well for somebody like Stefan Schrock, for somebody like Bienvenido Marañón. Stefan Schrock is a unicorn. You don't see that level of player on a regular basis.
Yeah.
You have to learn to appreciate these individuals and get the most out of them while they are still able to contribute something to the country.
Well said. Well, Jing, let's talk about it quickly before we take a really quick break. Our opponents on Thursday, Vietnam. A lot of history here. A lot of fire, Vietnam and the Philippines. But Vietnam is a regional powerhouse, ranked number 15th in Asia, 94th in the world. What should the Azkals look forward to in this match quickly before we take a gap?
They're going to be looking forward to a very, very good challenge. A very, very strong team and one of the best, if not the best, in Southeast Asia. It's going to be a great challenge for them in terms of testing our ability right now with the very best in Southeast Asia. So what more could you ask for? This is the perfect barometer for us to see where are the Azkals right now and what can we look forward to in the next few months.
Okay, keys to winning for both the Azkals here in round 2, because I asked Neil this, can he guarantee 2 wins? He said, I cannot guarantee 2 wins, but I can guarantee 11 men on the floor giving it their all. Keys to winning. And can the Azkals sweep this one? Win both matches? Answer that after the break. Stay with us. Football Analyst Jing Jamlang will still be with us after a quick timeout. Stay tuned to Sports Desk and we'll be here on CNN Philippines where we go all out for the day's top sports stories. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Sports Desk, only here on CNN Philippines. As you can see, our guest today is Football Analyst Jing Jamlang. Jing and I having a preview of the Azkals against Vietnam in round 2 of the World Cup and Asian Cup joint qualifiers happening tomorrow at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Jing, let's not forget Miracle in Hanoi, which took place 13 years ago.
Has it been that long?
Yes, it has. We defeated Vietnam 2-0 in the group stage of the AFF Championship. Mind you, Neil Etheridge is the only guy left in that lineup, and he was still a young pup. Now he is the team captain. Can the Azkals stun Vietnam again, this time in front of 10,000 or more strong at the Rizal?
Easy answer. Yes, of course. I mean, that's the reason why we come out to watch these games, for that possibility. Is it a probability? If you were to put the odds to it, then we would be dehado tayo dyan. Right, but of course there is a chance, and of course we have the opportunity to make a famous result at the Rizal Memorial Stadium once again.
Which players are you expecting to stand out here? We saw the lineup earlier. Baka pwede natin pakita natin ulit yung lineup. Pero sinong player or players that you expect, yung mga pinili ni Jing?
Well, Neil Etheridge is going to have a good game. Jefferson Tabinas is going to have a good game alongside maybe Carly de Murga, depending on who is chosen in the center of defense. You're going to have the Ott brothers, who are definitely going to get involved. Kevin Ingreso is going to have a big game. When we do get the ball, he's going to need to transition the ball quickly into the right areas. Kenshiro Daniels is going to be our outlet. He's going to have a good game as well. Jesse Curran played well in the last couple games that I've seen. A good outlet on the right side to deliver a ball into the box. Fantastic. Needs to have a good game as well.
Go ahead.
If those individuals are able to perform, we have a great chance.
Talk about the keys to winning you sent us before the show. Let's go through it one by one. Jing's keys for the Azkals to get the win. Focus and discipline. Explain.
100%, very, very important. We are not going to have the ball as much as we'd like in this game. Vietnam are very good, and they'll be able to dictate the tempo of the game. But if we stay compact and stay focused and keep our discipline, we will be able to thwart them for the majority of this game. As it continues to progress and it remains scoreless for as long as possible, the more that Vietnam are going to start to worry, they're going to start to get anxious, and we're going to get that opportunity to get the crowd into the game and to really enjoy the experience of having that crowd behind us and giving us that extra energy.
And not just Vietnam, but against Indonesia as well. We have to carry that over. Ito naman, susunod, is trust. You have focus, discipline, and now trust dito sa keys to winning. When you say trust, is it just amongst the players, also the players that explain trust, and who are you mentioning in particular, if there is?
It's a blanket. The players have to trust one another. The players have to trust the coach's game plan and execute 100% to the game plan. And if it doesn't pan out, then the coach can take all the blame. But you have to give 100% effort into executing what was trained on the training pitch, right? You have to trust that you run yourself into the ground. Don't save yourself for 90 minutes. Run yourself into the ground. If it's 60 minutes, then it's 60 minutes. You trust the individuals that are going to come off the bench. Trust. Very important.
Last here, your third is feed off the crowd. Tamang-tama.
Yeah.
Kasi yung fans are urged to fill the Rizal Memorial Stadium tomorrow. Kokotore and the PFF having that 10K strong campaign. Yep. Tell us how valuable, how important, because we've seen the Filipino football fans come in attendance dun sa AFF to support the Filipinas.
Yes.
How big of a deal will this be for the Azkals?
Amazing to have that sort of atmosphere. And the Azkals have not had it and enjoyed it in a long time. But they've seen that it's possible. And if you can get the Rizal Memorial Stadium up on their feet and excited, it is an electric feeling, Andre. I've been there a few times, in the commentary position, even with the headphones on. It's deafening.
Oh, wow.
And it's an amazing feeling to have that energy. And I'm sure the guys would really appreciate and enjoy it, that it's not only when they go abroad that they get a chance to get a taste. It's a different feeling when it's the opposition fans that are screaming at you than when it's your fans. And they're going to need that energy, because when you don't have the ball as much, you're going to be doing a lot more running. And they're going to need that to remain focused in the game. Tired legs make mistakes, and we don't want that. So the energy from the crowd, absolutely needed. Go to the Rizal Memorial Stadium, make yourself heard.
Fearless forecast, Jing Jamlang. Can we sweep these two matches? If you can't provide me the score, sorry, I know we're friends, but I'm going to do this to you. If you can provide me the score,
I will.
Better. Do it. Vietnam first.
Listen, best case scenario, 1-0, 1-0. That's what we're going for. We haven't scored a lot of goals in the last few outings that we've had. Scoring goals hasn't been our greatest strength, but experience. There's a reason why there's experience in this team. It's for us to be able to stay compact and keep our heads in a high-pressure situation. We keep clean sheets, we have all the chance in the world.
Indonesia.
1-0. 1-0. They're good too. They're very good as well. So, we're going to have to stay, as long as we stay defensively sound, we've got a chance. And that's what the Azkals were built on, by the way, defensive solidity. So
exactly.
We're getting back to it.
Will you be there?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you. Again, we just had here on the show talking about Philippine Azkals, of course, when it comes to football. This is the man right here, football analyst Jing Jamlang. Thank you so much, man, for being again here on the show. Thanks, Jing.
Appreciate you, Andre. Thank you so much.
Meantime, from the pitch, let's go back to the hard court in the NBA this time. The Indiana Pacers and the hot streak of the Philadelphia 76ers in the in-season tournament. That story and more when we return Stay tuned to Sports Desk only here on CNN Philippines. We'll be right back.